Right, where's it gone? Good evening, chaps and chapesses. I'm just starting out. I thought I'd click the live button to get us going, but I'm not quite ready to start yet. But it gives people a chance to get in, get logged in, and everything, and get notifications. Where's my button gone? Just bear with me while I share all this on Facebook and everything. So just sort of chill and get a brew and that, go to the toilet if you need to go to the toilet, etc., all that kind of stuff. Just come here. With the Pikey page, where are we gone? Oh, come on. That's Facebook. Can you? Yeah, now let's get some trout. Can you hear me? Am I? Is my audio okay? It's like Neil's just joining.
I might disappear again. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought that. Where did you go?
I don't know.
In for a Tom Tit?
No, it was went off.
Are you on? Are you on PC or phone?
No, I'm still on my phone. I can't get it logged in on my laptop.
Technical.
Yeah.
Technical issues.
I've got it back up, but it's just not. Don't want to play.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't realise, Neil, we're live now. By the way.
Yeah, I gathered.
Yeah. But I can't wait for it any longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just sharing link on groups just to get people joining in, give people a chance to get sort of logged on. Oh, I'm making a brew, wasn't I?
You are?
Just making a brew, 2 seconds. Who's excited? We've only about 14 people joined so far, so giving people a bit of chance to join in. Sounds working, that's good. Not put enough water in kettle.
That's not good, mate.
See, you don't get this kind of preparation on Canal Gratis, do you?
No.
Your laptop working yet?
Oh, kinda. It's
Yeah,
working.
Sam, I know, mate. Sam's excited to get back out tomorrow, I'm saying, mate, but
Yeah.
I don't know what to do yet. What are you doing, Neil?
It won't be out tomorrow. I'll not get out tomorrow. Probably be Thursday morning, I think, if I can get out. And it'll probably be on a canal. I can't see me getting out trout fishing for a little while.
I even sorted out getting ready for this live thing, so I'm not going to get a chance to sort it out for tomorrow, am I? You know what I'm like, lastminute.com.
And I'm still trying to sort out this live thing.
It's off.
We're laughing at him.
I'm prepared today. I learned from the last one.
You got a little teapot?
My last YouTube. Yeah, my last YouTube thing, I was dying at first by the end of it because I'm not used to talking. Me being antisocial and that.
Yeah.
So I was like, by the time it came to the end of it, I was like, I could have, well, yeah, I could have drunk something.
How do you got a little teapot?
So I need a little River Piker sticker on, doesn't it? So are we all set? Are we all organised?
Oh crap.
What?
Kinda. I'm still trying to log in on my laptop.
Yeah, I'll just say get on through what they call magic. Through
No,
chat.
I've got to try and remember my passwords. Nope.
Your password's password 123. Right.
Just so I can't see comments you see on my phone.
No, that's bringing it. Yeah. So, just got a few people logging on and saying hello so far. I'm a bit excited for tomorrow. Stephen, it's my fishing blog. Asking if we're fishing tomorrow. He said he might try sea fishing. Well, a minute for me, I've not even made a plan, so I think I'm busy in the morning, to be honest. So I probably won't get out tomorrow, unless I get up at crack of dawn and go for a couple of hours somewhere. But yeah, Neil's sideways again.
Yeah. I need to put the new code in for this.
I just removed it by mistake.
Thanks.
Hey, James Chester, new subscriber. How you doing, buddy? Cheers for subscribing, mate. If you haven't checked them out, there's 260 videos. There's a bit of all sorts. There's from my early days where I was just kind of GoProing and just filming anything, and I probably wasn't that good at making videos. Let me just turn Neil off a second. Neil, we're a bit noisy there. Yeah, so early days, a bit of all sorts of GoPro really, but I say kind of evolved and into a bit of all sorts and kind of grew into a helpful tutorial kind of entertainment sort of YouTube channel. You'll find a mixture of videos showing you basics to just fishing to having a laugh, having an adventure, from fishing in places like Ireland, Spain, Sweden. It's mostly pike, perch, trout, bit of chub fishing, bit of zander fishing. But yeah, it's got a bit of all sorts, so check all videos out, you know, just make sure you search for them because there's all sorts. I'll just get Neil back on. Neil? Yeah, but if there's all you want to see, give us a shout, James. We do a bit of all sorts. We've been trying to do some, as you've probably seen, that's probably what you've got in, is we've tried to do some little, like, tip videos, questions and answers kind of thing, and just to keep everybody something to pass 10 minutes on of their evening. But we try to get out and go fishing when we can, when we're not on lockdown, and make fishing videos. So hopefully we'll get some made. Depends what you like. We've got drop shotting, jerkbait fishing, some live and dead bait videos. We've got, all those. Yeah, good. Are you on laptop yet, Neil?
Yeah, I'm on laptop now. I can see
Yes.
comments now. I expect it.
So, can you see comments where James Chester said, yeah, he's watched a few, very informative, nice one?
Yeah, there must be ones that I did.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, yeah. Can you see it next lad? Next lad that's thinking, you can say his name for me because I have no chance. Apologies in advance. Is he from Cass?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good Yorkshire name, that.
Yeah. Yeah, cheers, buddy. Cheers for that, yeah. Great channel. Looking forward to some new videos. Yeah, we are too, but yeah, cheers for watching that. It's appreciated.
Hopefully we'll better do some more fishing videos because it's been hard coming up with new stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is, but there's plenty to do, but you just don't always think of them, do you?
No.
You sometimes feel like you're going over old ground that you've done before or somebody else has done before. We try not to just be repetitive, but on the same hand, like James, I don't know how experienced, but James Chester's new to the channel, but he's probably never seen anything we've talked about before. So you're trying to balance it up between old stuff and new people and old people. So it's hard to keep everybody, but we do as best. And channel's got a bit of everything on all videos. So between everything, there's all sorts.
I think I've probably covered a lot of stuff that you've covered previously, but kind of wanted to put my slant on it, if you like. And a lot of stuff we do similar. We fish together a lot, so we do kind of share ideas, don't we? And we've got similar things going on. But I just tried to give my opinion and some of the laws and little things that I do that maybe you don't.
Yeah, because like I say, this is my channel. It's I've had a few different people on over years, and it is my channel. I do try to pass on information, but it's not one of these channels that's sort of like I'm the be all end all low fishing and I know everything and nobody else knows anything. I'm like, if somebody's got a great idea or does something different, I'm always open to listening to it and sharing it and seeing what people got to say. And I've changed my ways over years. Something we'll cover a little bit later in one of the videos. My opinions have changed on things, and what I say now to what I used to say is different. And like I say, if Neil brings up something that I do, Neil does something that I don't do, and I think it's good, I'll do it. Same with Joe Blogs. If I see him or I fish with somebody, it's always good to have different opinions in different ways, and it gives people out there, make your own mind up. Which I always say to people, find your own thing, what you like. I might give you a few pointers, but also go out and do it wrong and find out what's right and what's wrong, and then set your gear up or your way of fishing. How you from what you found, it's best way. You learn best way that way. I've gone there. I've gone back.
You freeze up every now and then on mine, but other than that, it's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Camera. I'm in black hole here. Poor for internet. I'll notch it down a bit and put it onto. Sorry for all those that are coming just for my good looks. I've had to just put it into whatever 480 mode, so it's not as good quality. So you're not going to see the good side.
You're not getting body art again, are you?
You want me to?
No, you've had it out once today. Once were enough.
Yeah, Stephen, it's my fishing blog. So I've done a video on the boat engine. So I'm not an expert on boat engines, but like Stephen just said there, so he's got a 4 HP Honda on the back of his boat. I don't say what boat it is, but it's obviously a smallish boat, and he's managed to split his transom with his 4 HP engine. So no,
that's not good, is it?
Yeah, no. So read what you think is on back of boat, and match your engine. No point putting a big engine on something that doesn't take it. So
4 horse is pretty small, like, and you're not going to get much smaller than that. So depending on what type of boat is it, there might have already been a slight crack or something. It's just made it worse.
Yeah, maybe.
We need another epic day. We always need another epic day.
Yeah, we do, mate. We do, Ian. Yeah, it'd be nice to get out and do it again. I mean, the best thing about that is not just the epic day. So yeah, James, if you've not watched the video, James Chester, if you've not watched the video, search my YouTube videos called One Epic Day. That's a class day's pike fishing, that. But it shows a lot, good side and bad side of fishing, or easy side and hard side, I should say. But yeah, it'd be nice to have another day like that. But remember, what amazes me is, like, I know you do take GoPro everywhere with and stuff, but to capture that on film is not always easy. I've fished other days and had good days, but you don't always have your camera with you. It's like when you see all these, these like wacky videos on internet of something, somebody climbing up a telegraph pole and getting hit by a flying saucer or something, and you're like, but what's odds on that happening? But what's odds on somebody filming it as well?
Yeah.
I know these days everybody's got a camera, but I've got a camera, but I'm not filming all the time. But yeah, one epic day, get on it. Good video. My mate Jared Hood in Wales. This morning, he were heartbroken because England could fish tomorrow and Wales couldn't. But for some reason, the Welsh have got together and the Welsh are allowed to fish tomorrow.
Are they? Have they changed it?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't realise I'd done that.
Yeah. So Jared's working a 14-hour shift now tomorrow. He can't get out.
Booked him saying for overtime.
Booked it in, and now he can go fishing.
Yeah, can't get out of it now. I think the that going back to that epic day video, that's how it happens sometimes, isn't it? It looks like it's all going against you. I think that day you'd been to one river, hadn't you, and then you'd moved spots, and it looked as if it were going to be a shocker.
Not only had I been to another video, sorry.
Go on,
not only had I been to another, my fault. Not only had I been to another river, but I'd spent a lot of time on it. I'd been on it for quite a few hours. I must have been there about 5 hours and not caught a single thing.
And that's how it works, isn't it? You can. It just goes to prove that just to keep plugging away, and then if you're confident in what you're doing, just keep plugging away and changing and keep moving and find fish. If you're doing a tactic that you're confident works and you're doing it properly, you're probably in the wrong place if you're not catching. So keep on moving. That's what low fishing is all about: keeping mobile and finding fish rather than waiting for them to come.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. Getting a bit of feedback on these videos. Yeah, so we've again. Well, we talk about tomorrow festival. We know it's finally lockdown is over a little bit. At least it's been we're allowed to go fishing, so that's the main thing. But we can get out from tomorrow, but it's still not exactly back to normal. So we're still a long way off. So it's still a bit. Yeah, but at least we can go fishing, especially locally. You can go fishing locally, and I know what it is. I've got my YouTube on. 1 second.
Okay.
Let me turn YouTube off.
Was it echoing back through?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
My fault.
Steve just mentioned it as well about going to Windermere, but yeah, I think it is only supposed to be sort of local stuff in it. Yeah. I don't think they're wanting particular people to travel around country. So if you can stay local, that's the thing to do.
Yeah. It's that thing. I mean, just a random. I've just seen a post on Facebook, nothing to do with fishing, and some guy getting rescued off coast, probably fallen down a cliff or something. And it's like that. It's like, you're just putting more pressure on emergency services. That's why we don't want you to go that. So yeah, that's why we don't want you traveling far. I would like people said to me, I'm fishing tomorrow, and at minute, I've not made any plans. If I do go, it'll just be local. It'll just be on canal really, and I'm not really a massive canal fisherman anymore. I kind of lost me interest in canals, but yeah, it gave me a chance to get out and catch a few perch, maybe even a pike. I know a few spots where a pike might show, but again, all lads locally were thinking the same, and they've nowhere to go. Rivers are closed. We've not got loads of like ponds and lakes to fish, so yeah. Well, what we're going to, I'd love to go up like Windermere or somewhere, but especially when weather's been fair, I want to try my boat out, and when it's not 3-foot waves and stuff. I want to get up there and go, but yeah, I'll just have to wait. Like I say, this time, yeah, it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like June 16th. I know we're not quite there yet, but it's like June 16th. I do go fishing on June 16th morning and stuff, but I'm never in a rush if I'm working or whatever. I don't book it off because you kind of get yourself all excited to go out, and then you go out and you struggle. Rivers are low at minute, so there's no water pushing through canal. It's just really a bit stale. So yeah, it's a bit stale, and yeah, you'll catch it. At the end of the day, it'd be nice to just get out and fish on a morning. I'm sure I'll look at weather forecast, and if I do wake up in the morning and I think there's a chance of a nice sunrise, and I'll be up and have a go. But I say I'm busy at morning from about 9 o'clock, so I ain't got a chance to do much at all. So start work at 12.
That's my plan. I'll probably be up early. I've got Thursday, Friday off. I'm working in the morning. I'm on early, so that's tomorrow out at question. So it'll probably be an early start and get out and get back in time for breakfast sort of thing, and just do some short sessions and not too taxing local small canals. Try and keep away from crowds really, because I'm not into fishing on top of people and when loads of people moving back. It's not my kind of thing.
A social distance anyway, so
yeah.
I'm terrible for it. Right, anti-social bugger.
There's only really you that I like, to be fair.
Yeah.
And you're pushing it.
I'm gonna say I'm not even sure I like myself sometimes.
No, but
Boz has put all right, lads. Cheers for the videos last few weeks. Yeah, I think probably a big chunk down to Neil kind of got us going with the idea of doing some videos, and we sort of got us in together with how we're going to do it, and we were like, wanted to do some like lockdown things. We had ideas of trying to do something over webcams or whatever, and then we decided, and the easiest thing is just to film something and just go for it, and we just kind of had free reign. We just go whatever, cover some topic that somebody's asked about, or just do his own thing. And if we could pass on something on, so yeah, it's been good. Still got some more to come. I've still got some boat videos to come. Neil's done a couple more, about 3 more videos on lows and stuff. So there's still more to come. I'll just keep them rolling out because we're not exactly out of lockdown yet, and we'll still be time. And they're only 10-minute videos, so if people pick up a few tips while you're sat having your tea or whatever, so they're worthwhile. And if we think of anything else, we'll do them. And it might be a theme for even through a year when you're fishing. If we, sometimes you try to make a fishing video and I can't always do it because we sometimes only get one chance to go fishing in maybe 3 week or 4 week. Depends what we're all working shifts. So we tend to just go fishing, and fishing is hard as well. You don't always get stuck into making videos. So we'll try and just do stuff and keep it going. But you can't always pass on tips, can you? There's only so much you can talk about. But
I think it was a bit different for us and a bit challenging for us as well, wasn't it? Because Paul has generally got all video gear, so I don't normally have any video gear, and Paul does most at setting up and videoing and stuff. So I've got sort of a limited camera. It's not as good as what Paul's is. So it was me making videos on my own for the first time, so I've never done that. So I had to work all that out and lighting and stuff like that. And I don't think I always got it right, but I did the best I could. And then it was a bit of a pain getting them over to you as well, wasn't it, Paul? Sending them through email,
technical
distancing as we've had to do. So it was good. It learned a few bits along the way as well. So it was good stuff. And I'm glad people have watched them and got a bit of something out of them, because that's what it's all about, keeping each other going, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
So we've got a few questions coming through.
Yeah. Lee Watson. Got a new ultralight setup, can't wait to get to use it. It's pretty new to low fishing and learn a lot from his videos. That's good to hear. It's good to hear those kind of things. When people who haven't followed this from the beginning, like say I got a GoPro camera years ago and just we aimed to just try and capture a bit of footage. I even thought about doing underwater stuff at one point, and then I spotted that Underwater Island were doing underwater videos, and I was like, oh, he's already doing it. He looks like he's doing a cracking job, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to compete with him. So I kind of just did my own thing and just filmed the GoPro style video, and kind of then you add a tip to it, and it sort of grew from there. So it's good that people are learning stuff and even getting inspired to start fishing. I always get stories from people saying they've just started low fishing after watching a video or something. So biggest tips we can sort of set here, if you know, is just there's a video I've done. If you've not watched it, it's something like how I'll get a link. It's something like how to catch more fish or something like that, and it's and I basically said here, just get to learn your gear. So if you've got a rod and reel, like low fishing setup, get used to it. Get used to casting your lows. Get used to working the lows and feeling how they work, how deep they go. When you feel it bump bottom or through grass or anything, and you'll learn all that kind of stuff and learn different ways of retrieving it. So if it's a soft shad, for example, just let it sink to the bottom and slowly work it up and down off bottom, or you can rip it in fast or whatever. Try different ways and then find what works. And if something works, think to yourself, right, what did I do this time that worked? Where were I fishing? So if you're around a marina, for example, or a lock gate or a weir pool on a river, whatever it is, and just reed bed on a lake or something, right, this kind of area. So look for somewhere similar, do the same type of thing. Mix it up now and again with different lows, whether it be cranks, softies and spinners and all this lot. And you'll enjoy it, and just enjoy it. Keep short sessions. Fish little and often. Don't go all day every day, and when it's we're not catching, because it's not fun. and you'll catch fish. You'll enjoy it as long as you're catching it, and get used to your gear. That's the biggest tip I can say, is get used to it. And,
I think it's easy to get caught up in all different lures, isn't it? There's new lures coming out every week. There's a top new lure every other week, isn't there? And it's easy to get caught up buying all latest stuff and keeping up with Joneses and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, if you're fishing light lures, you buy one of them and one of them, and learn how to fish both of them. You'll catch a lot of fish. It's as simple as that. You know, that'll rattle and it'll get down deep, and it'll dig in and it'll flash and it'll dance, and you can pause it and you can twitch it and it'll do all different kinds of things, and that'll get down to the bottom and you can slowly bring it in across the bottom, and them two lures will capture a lot of fish. So if you're fishing light, get one of them, or don't even have to be one of them, something similar. Learn it and learn the qualities about different ways of retrieving it. What happens if I pause? Does it sink at the bottom really quick? Does it slowly sink? Does it suspend? What happens if I twitch it? Does it jerk in? Does it twitch back and forth, or does it come in like a wounded fish? Learn them. Do everything you can with that particular lure before you move on. They're two classics, you know. Yeah, jointed shad wrap.
So, not saying that that's a lure to get, because we're not sponsored by them. We don't sell them. We're not pushing them or anything. But that lure or something similar, like Neil says, it works. So we both got them in his collection just because we both know it works. So you've just got to find that lure that works for you, and something like that. Start with it.
And you'll catch a lot of fish with them lures. With them two lures, you'll cover most canals.
Anything?
The crankbait, that's the 7 centimetre jointed shad wrap. So when you start going through Paul's videos, you'll see quite a lot of them. They're really good lure. Got a rattle to them. They're jointed, so they do make noise naturally as well. And they've got a really nice swimming action. You can pause them, like I say, and rig them, and they've got that wounded fish look to them. So have a look for one of those.
Yeah, and that lure it's a Rapala jointed shad wrap. So sometimes if you just search for Rapala JSR, and it comes in a couple of sizes, smaller sizes.
I've got a 5 and a 7 with me today in this little bit of stuff I've got. We do like them, as you can see. But they're a simple lure. They're not mega expensive. You'll pick them up somewhere between 5, 7 quid, something like that. And just learn to fish it. Don't be too excited about running on to the next lure. Learn how to fish that lure, and you'll catch huggings of fish on that lure. And simple shad. This is I've got a few here. I've got rubber and a gator gum, perch bait, shark shad for any canal practice fans. But just buy a shad. Any shad will do. You can pick them up. AGM, Sovereign Super Baits for the next one out.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen, I could show you my collection. I've got same. Yeah, I showed a little gator perch bait. What they call them? Relaxed copy toe.
Yeah, I've got a few of them.
It's what we use. It's what I use. But you could. I mean, there's some lads who'll if they were sat here doing the same video, they'll be pulling out their fox so shad and their, gunky so shad, and they're all work. They're all got the same. It's just that we've kind of gone, I've run out of copy toes. I'll buy some more copy toes. As you know, as some guys know, I sponsored by Gator, so I use a Gator perch bait, but it's just as good as a copy toe or a fox, whatever. And so one guy will prefer a fox over a copy toe or a Gator, and another guy likes them. They all work, don't it?
Yeah, and
it's how we use them. Yeah.
If I go out on Thursday, I'll use them loads. It's not there's no to it. That's if I go out to the local canal, that's what I'll be using. I'll be probably switching between Rapalas and soft baits.
So there's some things that you could do with those soft baits that will make you not catch fish, or you could tweak it and make you catch more fish. And a good lure angler will know how to work it a little bit better. But to be honest, to start with, if you're not catching fish on those lures, keep moving until you find something, until you at least get a bump or something. You can try other techniques and all this, and add to your collection as you get more experienced. But to start with, that's all we do. We just use those lures, and I will admit that another lad who's really good at lure fishing, who knows all these fancy techniques, might come into the same swim and catch something from that swim that we've not caught. But most often than not, those lures catch fish. 9 out of 10 times, they're just to catch fish, don't they? We're happy to use them all the time, so yeah. And we've probably got quite a few comments that we've missed.
Yeah, the shad wraps, they do all float. You they will float back to the top. It's the lip that dives them down. So once you get them going down, the will all float at the top. But you get some that'll float really slowly, and some that'll come bouncing straight back up. I don't know if they do. Do they do them in different? Is there a suspending and a floating, or are they all just the same?
I think they're all the same, but I think what you can get is you can get some with smaller lips, can't you? So they're like shallower versions. So they might have as big a lip as those. I ain't actually got them, but
even
that's quite a big lip on that. Where's mechanical? It's quite a big lip on that, but they have some that the lip is like that sort of size. It's really small, and they don't go as deep. So that's what size is that?
That looks like a 7.
Penis size 7. That's a 7-inch. It's a 7 centimeter. That's a 7 centimeter, and if I kind of go, well, if it's a 5 centimeter, it goes 5 foot. If it's 7, it goes 7. What's the next one up? Is it 9? Yeah, that's kind of what they go. A little bit more, a little bit less, but with a big lip on. Get one with a small lip on, they're a lot shallower. So yeah, if you're fishing some shallow canals, you don't need these deep ones. But I still use these in 7 or 8 foot canals. But I know some lads down south, their canals are just shallow as hell compared to what we fish.
Even such as weight of your own trace, you might use a totally different trace material to us, and the weight of that trace will affect how fast it rises in water. So there's lots of little things going on that will affect how fast it does rise back up. So just learn it. Just learn how fast it rises back up on your setup. How fast you need to, crank it to get it down to on venue that you're fishing, and use that when you know how fast you need to go to get it down. You can search levels by getting it deeper and then letting it gently come back up, and just search your canal or whatever you're fishing. Same on river, same principle. You just got flow does different things to load. So depending if you're going upstream, downstream, across stream, it'll do different things. But if you're learning on a canal, learn them laws, and then you'll be able to take that information to rivers when rivers open back up, and it'll still be relevant. You'll just have to learn how to use the flow then.
Yeah. So Richard Hayes has just put he can test the lows that he got off me tomorrow. But so I'd just like to say on that. So cheers for everybody who buys from shop, and especially those latest Bertox sales that went crazy. I mean, I've sold out on the suspended version. I've only got the sinkers left, and and although we made a jerkbait video, and I did want to sell those lows and get some money for it and all that. It wasn't just buy this load, it's a super load. It was just another jerkbait, another custom jerkbait that we found that a nice load that works and does a good job of it. And like I say, so it's really appreciated that people have gone and bought these loads, and I hope we catch them fishing them. So you saw in the videos we caught fish. Well, yeah. Did you use it, Neil? I can't remember. Did you use Bertox? No, you didn't use it. You used it. Yeah, so I was using Bertox, and it caught. And Neil was using another load, so it shows you, as much as I try to sell my lows, Neil were using different lows and showing you that all lows work. It's just a matter of giving them some time and learn how to use them and put them in the right spot. But yeah, appreciate everybody who buys everything from shop. I mean, I've done pretty well recently on some of the sales. People buying like the wire, the Kia wire from me, and all little bits and bobs. So I've been trying to add some more stuff to the shop. So if ever anybody needs anything, have a look on there and see what's there, because it's kind of a growing collection now. But I'm never going to be rich. I'm never going to be like, I'll still be going to work tomorrow and day after and next year and year after and pestering my boss for a wage rise. But it just helps fund stuff. I think I need to buy a new microphone for camera, and eventually I'll probably, that camera's been dumped in one at lakes up north, so I think it's not doing its best. So I think I need to upgrade at some point. So all them things, bought a drone with it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, cheers, appreciated. And like I say, I hope you catch some fish. You will do. Fish your jerkbaits, enjoy it. First thing I've done is rig my. I've got some smaller reels, like the Bertox, we're called the Zo, but just ZO. It's just a small. It's like a little salmo. What do they call it? Sweep, not sweep. Slider. It's like a slider, and I've got a lighter set up, and I'm going to be fishing that whenever I get a chance to just go fishing and play with jerkbaits. I'm not going to be lugging big rods about. In fact, it's actually. Yeah, Neil, I need to update you on that. It's actually my rod I've set up. I've got my river piker, my own custom rod. So I've got it made from American tackle, and hopefully they'll be for sale later this year once I've tested them out and I'm happy with them. But yeah, I've got it rigged up. It's like a 110 gram rod, and I've got it rigged with them smaller jerk baits, and that's what I'll do. Just get out and have some fun. You chuck them about, and pike come crashing out. It's just good fun on jerkbaits. It's a good laugh.
Is that the updated version?
Yeah, the updated version, yeah.
Got tea on tap, look.
It's a little bit stiffer to where misses kind of thing.
Yeah,
Last one were a little bit tippy, so I was like, can we get another version? I could have got those made and they'd have been on sale now, but I wanted to make sure it's what I want and what I use. So
I hope you've got two.
Yeah, I know. I hope I have. It's a rod for chucking, like I say, having fun and not going. I use the heavier gator rods. That's why when I'm serious fishing, I'm chucking big jerk baits about and big lumps of plastic. But when you just wanting to have some fun, 110 gram rod.
Yeah, it's a good point. When we're chucking them massive jerk baits around and them big soft plastics on them big heavy rods, it takes its toll on you, and especially if you're out for 8, 10, 12 hours fishing, it's hard work. My elbow knackers my elbow up if I'm fishing like that all the time.
Yeah, you're a bit older than me, aren't you? Is that right?
I don't think so, but anyway, but yeah, it does take its toll, and sometimes it's nice just to fish light. Some jig fly that I've got that jig fly setup, that my preferred setup for that, and I often buy all the little lures, just like I've got a little tail bait that I can fish on my jig fly rod, just so I can fish sort of the heavy type lures that I enjoy using on my heavy gear, but on a lighter setup. It's just more pleasurable. There's especially if you're up, you're walking banks and you're umping them all around as well. You're carrying a lot of weight around and you're up and down banks, and then you're chucking these massive lures all day. It's hard work. It really is. So it is nice to fish light, especially in summertime when you're maybe doing a bit of both, a bit of pike and a bit of perch. It's good to go a bit lighter. Got Pinky out. I don't need to do that. I've got somebody fetching mine.
Don't look, I'm using semi-skim milk.
But Lee's asking what's a good trace for ultralight fishing. Well, Paul just mentioned that Kahira wire. That's what we're using. It's titanium. Have a look on Paul's shop and have a look on there. I'm not pushing that. You can get not too kinky and you can get them ready made, but it's just as easy to make your own. If you're not sure what you need or what bits and bats, what sort of pound line to match it up with, and what sort of the breaking strain of wire, just message me on Paul and we'll point you in the right direction.
I'm going to show you. I've got it, but it's easier. Send me a message, or you're on Facebook or email or whatever, paul@riverpiker.com, whichever's easiest, and I'll point you it. Just look on my website and you'll see on web shop and you'll see River Piker shop, a Kahira wire. But if you want help, I'll point you it. But I have done a video that shows you how to tie the wire with titanium wire. So if you search my videos, there's one that shows you how to tie it. And I do it with a piece of rope. So it shows you it's basically you thread it through your swivel. You go back, you go around 3 times, and then you go back through the loop near your swivel and pull it tight basically, and that's as easy as it is. It's So that video shows you how to do it. So it's simple, and if you learn how to do your own traces, you get to make them to suit. So like on that wire, I sell it 6, 12, 21, 40, I think. 66 and £100, so you can make it to suit wherever you want. You can make your rigs for your traces, dead baiting, rigs for soft lures and all sorts, whatever you want. So you get used to making them, and like I say, it's cheap enough to do it. You can buy the ready-made shop bought traces are really cheap, like 50 pence or something, but the shit in comparison. They are shit in comparison. So get the Kahira. You can make, I don't know how many I made about 10 traces out of one roll, and I make my traces quite long, to be honest. This is one of my traces actually. That's a Chico trace. It's not a Kahira. So that's Chico, make it 12-inch. So
it's 12 and 15, I think.
Yep. So I make my own traces an extra 24-inch. I was making mine, so I make them quite long, and I'm getting like 10 and 12 traces out of the pack. So yeah, I even do me wrong sometimes. I tie me not wrong or something, or you've still got room to make another than that. So
when I'm tying any, I always go back and look at that video of yours, because I always forget how to tie a knot. I just go have a refresher and go and then just go tie them.
It's simple. It's not a complicated thing.
Especially not me to crimp, dear. You can tying them's fine, and that wire ties really well. I've not tried tying heavy stuff. I know you've had a go, haven't you? With some heavy ones, but light stuff pulls in, and it pulls quite neat as well, so that's good.
Yeah.
But it's good as well because you can take it out with you, and you're not messing about crimping up on bank. If you do need to make one up on bank, you can just tie it up on bank and
Yeah, exactly.
Gets you going, stops you, messing about with crimping pliers and stuff like that. So.
That's the stuff. Not my shop. Kahira. Like I say, that's just some spare in my bag, just so that I've got it with me. But you can make them up easy. It's what I did on my days off last week or this week, one at times. Just made a load of traces up. But if you forget to make them up and you need to make one on bank, it'll take you 5 minutes if that. Once you're good at it, it'll take you less. But it takes you longer to get all your gear out.
So the Bob Vale is asking, he's got a load that he cranks down to the depth that he wants and it stays at that depth and he won't want it to rise. So that'll be a suspending low. Suspending lows do exactly that. You crank them down and suspend mid-water and they'll just sit there. So the neutral buoyancy, they don't sink and they don't float, they'll just sit in water. If you get birds to do that, they're awesome. So
I think he's still talking about his joint shed wrap. So
yeah,
it must do a difference. But also the other thing is also like you like Neil mentioned, you wire trace and you clip and everything makes a difference. So if it is slightly like critically, so you might find that, for example, Rapala might make these shads, these little crankbaits for American guys who are fishing for bass, and they tie a little fluoro leader on them and whack it out, and it'll sit there nice and buoyant, and it'll float. Those lads in UK chucking a wire trace on it and a chunky clip and everything, and it just sinks, and that's different. So they are a little bit critically balanced, and there's not much in it. So it might be that there's not much in it, and one guy's floats and the other guy's sinks. But I think most of mine probably sink. I think I have had odd one before that do float. I'm sure I have, because I think I remember missing a big perch when it went on surface. But yeah.
But if you try a lighter trace, try lighter clips if you're making your own. Size down on your clips if it's a problem, and just try to lighten your trace up a bit. Or just just tank test it at home in sink, just fill the sink and see what it does. American fishing wire titanium is the best. No, it's good stuff. All titanium is pretty, to be fair. I've not had any problem with any brands of titanium. I've used all sorts. I used American fishing wire. I use that for my bait traces all the time.
Yeah.
It is good stuff.
I've heard stuff probably about them all. AFW, not too kinky. AFW, Kahira. I've heard a few people say, "Oh, I've had a problem with it and it's snapped." So I won't deny that with any of them. But I've not personally had any issues. But the only advantage about Kahira is it's a lot cheaper than the AFW. So that's the only reason. Like I say, I can't afford to stock the AFW in my shop because I can't buy it in bulk and for prices that they pay. So I can't afford to have £1,000 worth of stock just sat there. But the Kahira, it's it comes cheap as chips, and I don't sell it expensive. It's cheap enough to make loads of. So like I say, so it's what I use. I've got all different sizes in my bag, and I use it. And if I'm having issues, I'd switch to AFW or whatever. I pay twice as much, but I can't see a point when I've had zero issues on either. So
I think any titanium, if you get a stress point on it, and then you get you get leverage on that stress point, it's going to give. Like any wire, just like if them little tie things that you get, if you keep wiggling them in the same place, the go.
Yeah, of course,
That's what wire does. Unfortunately, that is it's probably only downfall really. So at some point, any trace of any brand will fail.
So is it time to?
Break it out. You might as well mix it up a bit.
So, like I say, some lads have had trouble with titanium breaking, and some lads who use fluorocarbon have said, "Oh, I don't use titanium because you can't see these little imperfections that's in this wire." I mean, like I say. So if you want to make as much as I'll sell my gear, the Kahira wire, and make your own tracers, you can also go to Chico's Lows and do like I used to do, and like Neil used to do years ago, and buy from chicoslows.co.uk. He'll make you a 12-inch trace. He'll make you a 16 or 18-inch trace if you ask for him, and he'll put you on these super strong swivels, super strong stay-lock snaps. Stay-lock snap. He'll test it. He'll strength test it, and they're awesome. They'll lash you for this. So if you look, if I can get a close up on, you can just The only problem is that a bit of a shrink tubing just chewed up. It's no major issue. And every now and again, I'll change the clip. You can see it's worn away a little bit from opening and closing constantly. Put a new clip on it. But that titanium trace is bang on. But then what some lads are saying is that titanium might have a weakness in it somewhere, and you can't physically see it, you can't feel it, and then all of a sudden it just goes bing and breaks. I've not had it happen to me,
No.
but that's what they're saying can happen. So, like I say, you can't see it, so that's your only problem with titanium. Whereas, fluorocarbon.
Cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah, I mean, this has just now gone onto Facebook, Pikers Pit, PAC forum. It's gone crazy. It's gone all around the world that Pikers using fluorocarbon. Everybody's going to be going crazy. But yeah, so some of these European lads, some of the English lads are using fluorocarbon instead of titanium because if there's any issues, they can see it. So, fluorocarbon leaders. This is a pike leader. You can see it's like bars rope. It's massive. Yeah. It's a lot longer than this one will. So lengthwise, massive compared to this trace. Wow, I struggle with that. Yeah. This stuff is 1.2 millimeters. So it's not flimsy stuff. It's like 150 pound or something. Some people use 0.8. I've only ever used 1.2. I've never gone lower, and I've not had a single bite off or anything. I've seen people on YouTube videos. You guys watch the same videos I would do. And I've seen people get bitten off on 0.8. So I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but this fluorocarbon leader. How good's my camera? So that knot, if anybody can see that, that's pink Power Pro braid.
Very
sure. Originally were red Power Pro braid. That's on my Akuma Komodo from a few years ago. Now, this year I pulled out my Akuma. That's easy for you to say. Akuma Komodo. So that's been tied on to my reel for. Is it 2 years? I went since I went and saw Jovan. So Jovan Ogland at Catch Bigger tied me that trace on. So I ain't caught millions of pike because I don't go all the time, but that's caught every single pike I caught, or 90% of it because I did switch to titanium at one point for jerk baiting. But yeah, all my pike. And if we get a close up, yeah, can you see that? Now that actually looks massive, but it's just a tiny shriveled little scrape, and I can't see any like deeper cuts or anything. If you look along, there's hardly anything. There's a couple more scratches less than that one, and that's the biggest. Where's it gone?
That way.
Yeah, that's the biggest one out of them all. And I'd happily swing my cat from that. I ain't got a cat. I'd swing our lass from that. She's about 8 stone. So yeah, and I only took it off just to show you guys. There's a slight kink on the bottom, but nothing wooded. So it's been really good. And a lot of people ask me about fluorocarbon. The only thing I'll say is this stuff was expensive. It's the stuff that leads still. It's 1.2 millimeter and it's expensive. It's like 40 quid in sale or something daft. But yeah, you can get other ones. I think is it Seaguard or something. I've never used them, but yeah, fluorocarbon. So really thick diameter compared to that. So it doesn't sink as quickly as wire does. It's not as heavy as wire. It's less buoyant. It's more buoyant in water, so it's not sinking. So when we're fishing in Sweden in shallow water, it was perfect. If you went through any reeds and stuff like cover like that, your wire cuts into the reeds, whereas this doesn't. So your wire cuts into it and then more chance of it breaking off, whereas that doesn't. Disadvantages: it's not as good with jerk baits. It's a lot thicker diameter, so there's a lot more resistance when your lures going left and right or whatever. There's a lot more resistance, but great for soft baits if you're just casting a soft bait out and stuff. Just dragging a soft bait in or a tail bait, something like that. I did use jerk baits on it, but some didn't work properly. I've not had any issues with it. Sorry?
Richard Hayes has just pointed that out, that it's no good for jerk baiting.
Yeah, no good. I got away with some, so a buster jerk is not as typical wide glide, so you can get it do this a little bit, not too bad. But if I wanted a proper jerk bait, but some of my cobs, for example, I put a cobs on it, just came in like a wet fart. So waste of time using this with it. So I put a titanium on, and you know your cobs is gliding properly again, or your Burtox or whatever. But yeah, but no issues with it. So, but if you're going to give it a go, don't be getting flimsy stuff. Don't be going pike fishing with, I can't think of millimeters, but you know, 20-pound fluorocarbon, because it's going to get bitten through. You will get times where your fish is hooked in corner of mouth, and in your line your fluorocarbon doesn't touch the teeth, so you're not going to get a bitten off. So when you're perch fishing, you're fishing with light fluorocarbon, you will catch pike and not get bitten off. But if you're targeting pike and you've got cobs on it, Burtox, buster jerk, squirrely bait, anything that you've bought that's a big meaty piece of, use heavy fluorocarbon. Don't go. I won't even go less than 1 millimeter, but 1.2 that stuff. That's all I use and never had no issues. So if you go less, I've seen videos myself. You've all seen them. You all watch Canal Gratis and pike fighting all these lot, and every now and again somebody goes, "Oh, I've got bitten off," because they're using 0.8, and it puzzles me why they do it, because they're more experienced than I am. They fish more than I do. They use fluorocarbon more than I do. And I know that if you lose one fish, it's a mistake. If you keep losing fish through bite-offs, then there's something wrong with you. And like I say, I know some old piking lads, they'll see me talking about fluorocarbon, they'll be pulling their hair out, and they're like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" But if I were having problems with it, I wouldn't be using it. Simple as that. And I've not had the problem, so I'm happy to use it. But the first time I do, I'll be thinking, right, what if it won off, or did I do something wrong? And if I keep having issues, I won't use it. Same as I won't use titanium, same as I won't use whatever. So,
I mean, I've never used fluorocarbon until we did Spain. That was the first time when we went over to Spain. They fished it over there, didn't they? Use it for trout fishing, but for perch and pike fishing, I've always used titanium more recently, and steel wired as well. And then Spain, Sweden, they all use it. They all swear by it. So you go over them places, you're fishing with guides. They're telling you to fish with fluorocarbon. So you follow their advice, and I can honestly say I've never had a single problem with it. So proof of pudding in it, it's there. For me, I've got no issues using it. I don't generally use it in this country. I still use my titanium leaders, but I don't have a problem with it.
Right, should we scroll back up a bit and get a couple of questions? What we've got? Carl's asked if we had much success on creature baits for perch. I've not really got any creature baits in my collection, to be honest.
No.
I see some lads use them, and just dragging these creatures on bottom when they're really good. You get some creatures now that soft lows. Well, you don't need me to show you. You've got some creature baits that like the TRDs that stick off bottom. That some of the creatures do exactly the same. They're not just flat on bottom. They actually sit up and tail up. So you're just twitching it along bottom, and twitching along bottom as this little thing fluttering about. And perch love that kind of thing. Pike as well. Pike, you'll catch pike on them. But I've just not got them. I don't know why. I keep just not buying them. I've got one pack somewhere, and it was a Jacob Stone gimme, and I've caught a few fish on them, but I've not used them loads. I won't say I've been prolific perch baits or anything, but they're going to catch fish. It's another way of fishing. It's the same if you drag a soft low, like a shad or like say a TRD, a long bottom. It's a good way of fishing, nice and slow, and especially if they're a little bit buoyant.
We kind of fish our plastics a bit different to that, don't we? We don't really fish really hard and really slow on bottom like that, do we?
No.
We tend to sort of cast from front boat or front bank under features and stuff like that, in and around features, and twitch back slowly and slowly come up rather than go really hard across bottom. A lot of places where you fish that low and that hard on bottom, you'd snag up a lot, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so I'd say that so if you're into watching these Swedish videos, you might have heard them say it. I'd say that me and Neil's style of fishing mostly, you could say, is kind of like run and gun.
Yeah.
You kind of hit a spot, hit it fast, see what happens, and move on. So let's go say you go fishing, and there's 10 spots on your river or your lake or whatever, your canal, that genuinely produces fish. We want to hit those 10 places as fast as possible, not as fast as possible, but within a day, cover them all, and hopefully have caught fish. Whereas other anglers fish one spot and they fish it all day.
Yeah.
And they'll be dragging creature baits and on different methods, all these Carolina rigs, Texas rigs, Philly Fryston rigs, and all sorts. They've got all these different ways of fishing, and like I say, we tend to run and gun, and like I say, it's just different ways of doing it. It's how you are, what waters you've got. you know, if I seen it. There's a guy who fishes local to us, and he's got one leg, and he I would say walks up to canals. So he walks up to canal. He's got one leg. Walks up to canal, and he stands there fishing, and he's happy as a pig in shit. He's fishing away, and he just fishes, and that's all he can do. You know, he can't go running up down banks and fishing 10 spots. And like I say, so if he learns a few more methods, a few more techniques, he'll start to pick up extra fish and bonus fish in that spot. Whereas we're a bit more mobile and we run and gun, and that's different. So I never really got around to using creature baits because I cast a soft lure like a coppito shad and just cover my water and cast a repaler and cast a jerk bait and kind of move on in that sort of mode. I might scale down a bit if I get a few bumps or whatever.
I mean, I used to fish a canal basin. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Paul will anyway. I used to fish at a canal basin really regular. That kind of thing would have absolutely bagged up. I used to fish 2-inch coppitoes really, really slowly across bottom. So all like a creature, I'm pretty sure I'd have bagged up there. Don't fish that place very often now. It's kind of been hammered a lot. So, but I know for a fact that creatures would have worked there. So yeah, I'd definitely give them a go, but it's not something that particularly suits waters that we fish at the minute. But yeah, I've no doubt they'd do well on some of the sort of the deeper canals and round features and stuff like that we have got.
I just had to open the door. I last got eaten on. I'm 20 minutes off.
Scott Lee just pointed out that low that's suspending could have been cracked. So absolutely, yeah. Check your hook holes and your clip up front and anywhere that could let water in, and just check for cracks if you've had it a while. I think repellers are generally really, really good quality. You don't get many problems with them straight out of the box. So, well, like your squirrely birds and stuff like that can be a nightmare. Your repellers are pretty good, to be fair, out of the box. But it's always worth checking, especially if you bought it second hand or if you've had it a while, just make sure that it's not taking any water on.
Tony B asking if we're going trout fishing. So we obviously we are locked down. We would have been at loads by now. But the thing that's going through my head at the minute now is like, okay, lockdown's over with, but you kind of, it's still how far am I allowed to drive? How far I want me to drive? So some of the trout places that we'll fish are a little bit higher up in hills, so it's a bit more of a drive. So it's half an hour drive to get to some of these places. So I'm kind of like, running it through my head. Is that what I should be doing at this minute? If there are some trout fishing a bit more locally, and I know there's some not too far away, but I'm just sort of working out at where's furthest I should be driving to. So yeah, if I think there's somewhere close that's worth a go, I'll give it a go. I want to go trout fishing because I like fishing rivers and nice little bit of flowing water. And trout are usually quite up for it. So you catch 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 trout in a session easy. So
I'm sure
I want to do it
before season starts. We'll probably get out and give it a go.
Yeah.
Next couple of weeks, we'll see how things pan out. Like I said before, I'm not keen on getting caught up in loads of crowds. So maybe we'll see how things pan out first.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, we know loads of lads locally to us that fish the same sort of as we do. We've all been penned up, and whereas normally we'd all take it in turns fishing these spots because you get lucky that you fished it one day and he's fished it week before. But now everybody's going to want to go tomorrow, and for next week, everyone's going to want to try all these spots. So in my head, I'm kind of thinking, well, if I go here, Joe Bloggs will be on there, and if I go there, John Smith will be fishing there, and if I go here, and that's kind of what I'm at. So I'm kind of like, do you know what, crack on, go fishing. I'm not in a rush to catch a fish, but I do want to go trout fishing. I've got some little cranks I want to play about with, and it's just nice fun. It's light gear in it, and they're a bit spectacular. They're good fun. You miss some, catch some, and hopefully you catch one that makes you scream like a big girl's blouse.
We've all been there, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
What's the most productive day for piking on river? Comes in all sort of forms. Yeah. Sometimes it's early morning. I mean, we've often had a good fish first thing, haven't we? Straight off at launch when we're on board.
Definitely.
I can think of one right at the beginning of this season. If you remember when we were out, I think I had a 17. We in 10 foot at launch. So
exactly.
F6 in the morning or whatever it was, and then as most recently that day when Paul had that 20 on boat most recently, that was a strange day, wasn't it? Because in the morning it was all jacks, wasn't it? We just got jacks after jack after jack, and that's when I was catching. And then later in the day, double turned on, and that's when Paul were catching.
I run targeting doubles and 20s.
No, it did look well like that, wasn't it?
It did. Well, yeah.
Morning, and then we come back through a similar area that we'd already fished, and all doubles had just switched on, and that was late in afternoon, wasn't it? Probably 3:30, 4 o'clock, wasn't it? Getting towards.
Yeah. We both said it. I think if that fish I had, it was a nice fish, and we both said if we had spent as much time fanning about, getting pictures and messing about, and releasing it and all this kind of stuff, moving his boat to one side at rivers to tie up and everything, so we were out that way and everything. We sort of wasted 10 or 15 minutes there, getting sort of, and then you're getting, then you're a bit flustered and a bit tangled up with. We missed out on 2 or 3 fish there just by missing the bite. You know what I mean? If would have been quicker. So that day, late on, they were on it, wasn't they?
You get a fish like that in boat, it's worth taking your time with, making sure that fish gets looked after, and then you send some good pictures. That's what you go for, and I'd rather we did that than fish goes back in good condition and get some good pictures for you of a really, really special fish, because that's what it's all about. So I'd rather spend an extra 10, 15, 20 minutes doing that than rush back, make an ash of unhooking it, take some traffic, and then you're regretting it then, aren't you, just to try and catch another couple. I've still got a bit left, and it's going cold.
I'm prepared this time. That's a proper brew, is that?
I gotta be strong now.
This semis, whatever.
But if just going back to that session then, so that was all big fish and double turned on late in the day, but I don't know if you heard me tell from when we've talked about it before, but that was just before a big storm as well. It was that really big storm, the first one that we had this year. It was literally the day before that storm, so it was a kind of really angry day, wasn't it? It was just that afternoon. You could, clouds were gathering, wind were getting up, and it were getting just looking really angry type day, and fish just went berserk. Yeah,
and then so there's a little bit of a fish pops up in a future video, only a photograph, but we didn't really cover the story, so I'll tell the story from my point of view, and it links into this. So one evening, I was thinking, shall I go fishing tomorrow or not? And I was kind of like, and you get a bit half-assed, and you're like, can't be bothered. Like, it's enough, and I'm like, no, I talked myself out of it. And I'm laid in bed, don't know, 6:15, 7:15, and my phone rings, and I jumped up. Where I work, I'm on call sometimes, so I jumped up, grabbed my phone, but when I looked at it, the person's name on the phone was Neil. So I'm like, Neil's only ringing for one reason at this time of morning. So as I'm answering the phone, I'm pulling my trousers on, and as he starts talking, I went, I'm coming. And he's like, no, I've got a fish, I'm coming. And I knew exactly what he'd said. I'm basically I shot off, and it was, let's say, early morning, and he actually fished the same spot I was going to go and taught myself out of fishing. And he has an awesome fish, a 25-pound beast of a fish, and that one on the morning, first thing. Yeah, cold winter day, wasn't it?
It was New Year's Day.
Frosty. Yeah, exactly.
I think one of the reasons you didn't fish is because they'd been having a party over the road and they'd kept you up all night, hadn't they?
Yeah.
Like one of the reasons that you didn't bother. So, you got me looking that. That's, I think, that was one of the reasons. Remember, there was a car in the ditch, wasn't there, as you were driving over to me? Somebody banged the car in the ditch, probably after a few too many. And I got a last minute day off work, so I just thought, I'll make best of it. And I think it was second cast or something ridiculous like that. It was really cold. It was about -1. And and we weighed that. We took some pictures, weighed that fish, and made sure it went back. And I think we went home after that, didn't we?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, went back to ours, pot of tea.
Yeah.
But like I say, so mornings and evenings are good, but you will find sometimes that it's one or other, or it might be both, but it's one or other. And like I say, middays can switch off, but there's plenty of times where that bright blue sunshine midday, and there's nothing on feed, and I've caught nice fish, so I've got plenty of fish or nice fish, so it does happen, but early or late, usually best.
And I think you get to know your waters as well. I think you heard about them on Canal Gratis, don't you? Talking about the bite and stuff like that. And I think in that last Fly versus Jerk last series. They just pack up and go off one of the days and say that's it. We're done.
Yep.
There's no point carrying on. It's not going to happen. We've had the bite, it's gone. So if you know your venues really well, you can actually more or less target the bite if you like, and you've got an idea when fish are going to switch on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Savage gear dabush, yeah. I've fished a few of them. They get battered, but they are a decent spinnerbait for not much money. You can spend half money on spinnerbaits these days. They're going for like 20 quid for one of the big ones. But dabush, yeah, they're fine. Good place to start if you're getting into spinnerbaits. Yeah. There's a spinnerbait video coming up, so have a look at that one. Don't know if Darbush is on there. This one is. I've got this one. This is a little bit of a smaller one than your Darbush, but this is a MS Custom Flies spinnerbait. It's a brand new thing that Martin's done. So it is nice. That. Yeah.
How come you keep getting all this new gear and I don't?
Because you won't spend any money.
Yes.
That's nice. That
is good.
And again,
I'm just laughing at. Go on.
It's a spinnerbait I can fish on my jig fly gear. So from what I was saying before, buying like smaller tailbaits that I can fish on jig fly gear. So I can take that out. It gives me another option when I'm jig fly fishing, and I can fish that on a lighter rod. And it's a really nice bait, to be fair.
I forgot I could do that. Click that button and it puts it up.
Oh, yeah.
So I was making me laugh when I was reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should have been doing this all along, by the way, but I forget. I can't forget. So here's one. This is so some more gear is bought from my shop. So I've done a video in past where I've shown you how to rig some big soft plastics, and I showed you a few different ways using the triple and double swivels, the GTR double swivels. So while we're on that, it just so happens, sneak peek, I've got a new thing coming in.
These are tasty, aren't they?
So what now? So ignore Gator Gum. Well, don't ignore Gator Gum. Yeah, Gator Gum. You've got to buy Gator Gums. They're the best lure in the world. I'm sponsored by them, obviously. So Gator Gum. Yeah. But what I've got is same thing with the rigs that I use, the swivels, and this new little nifty little rig that's basically a screw in, and you can add or remove a weight as easy as that. So rather than using the jig heads, the screw-in heads, you can put these on. So I've got these, I've got loaded shop, and I'm basically in the process of making these rigs up for you. And they're going to come sold on my shop as they are, but kind of a river rig, but not super strength. So if you're going to fish Chew Valley, don't use them if you're going to catch a 40-pound pike, because don't be losing your biggest ever pike on one of my rigs. But these are designed for lads who's new to lure fishing. So quick and easy changes. You don't have to buy a million different components and stuff and different rigs. You can buy one rig that's going to do a light one, and it's got a 7-gram head on it there where you can take on or put on or take off, whichever. It's going to come ready done with hooks. They're not big, super strong mustards or whatever. They'll bend, they'll break, but on snags you're not going to lose all your lures. So this is something I'm working on at the minute, and they'll be ready for winter fishing, but late summer. Autumn kind of thing, I'll have these ready in shop. So another version. So if you like making rigs, and you can see that how I make them up, you can make your own. You'll be able to buy all these components from shop or buy a ready-made rig. But I use my big swivel. So if you look on my swivel section, the big 1/0 swivel. So I have a split ring, a 1/0 swivel, another split ring that's got a triple on, and then another split ring, and that's it. These is that. You can put super strong split rings on with a weak split ring with your treble, or just do like that. I've just got a treble straight on. But yeah, the reason I put one swivel there is I want this one to be near the head. I don't want it to be too far down the body, because when your pike come in, sometimes they go for the head. So I don't want it down here. And if it's too far down here, they get tangled. So, but you can rig them as you want. So some days you might find that the nipping tails. So what you can do is, if you've got all the bits, you can add another single split ring, another single swivel and a split ring, and your treble hook will be down here, and it'll help catch it. That's my new one that's coming out. But these are ace. These.
Yeah, we were looking
interchangeable
weights.
Yeah,
you see them fishing on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say you see them fishing on Canal Gratis, and the fish with the super shallow unweighted screw heads, and then they had the little weights to them, and we were looking for them, weren't we?
Yep.
And we couldn't find them anywhere for any reasonable money. They were all sort of importing them from France and Sweden and what have you. And with postage and that, it was just unreasonable. 3 little weights would cost 10, 12 quid. So we looked at doing something with yourself. We're buying sort of ledger weights and putting clips on, and then Paul found this system. So looking forward to trying that out, to be honest.
Yeah, it's good. Looks good. So yeah. Keep your eye out. I'll get some more triple swivels and stuff. I've got some more coming, so they'll be there. But like I say, be all on the shop. Make your own rigs, buy a bit of all sorts. Or if you're not sure how to make them, or you don't want to buy a bit of everything, you can make ready rigs. I'll do them for smaller loads as well, like a 17 centimeter gator gum, 22 centimeter gator gum. So they'll be all there, perfect for you.
I just want to put that. It's about 4 comments up from Boz3371 on. Just quickly, I know we've covered traces a little bit, but it's about trout and chub fishing, 8:15.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say when I go trout fishing, and when we've done chub fishing in past, to be fair, we've fished some small streams and really high stretches of rivers. We tend to fish in top end the rivers where there really ain't any pike. If you know that there's no pike, then I won't have a problem with fishing with light fluoro if you're just going after trout and chub. If there's any chance of pike, then you want to be putting wire on. But the troutier places, for the trout fishing that we do with the small lows, they do tend to be either really small streams with no pike in, or upper reaches of rivers which there's very few pike. I think you caught a pike, didn't you? A little jack pike when you were chub fishing last year. And you landed that, didn't you? And that one on fluoro. So
yeah, but if I knew there were quite a few, I wouldn't risk it, because you're gonna get a bit off. It just pings sometimes. It just But like I say, where we fish, if you caught 200 trout, you caught 2 grayling and 1 chub, and that's kind of it. So like I say, and then over the course of 3 or 4 years on some rivers we fished, I've like seen a pike or something. And so yeah, but I know, I don't know exactly where you fish, but I know some areas where you're fishing, and some of your rivers are a little bit different, a little bit more low lying, not so much the hilly ones that we fish, a little bit more low lying that have got trout in them, but they do also have some pike and chub. So all I say to you is if it's new to you, if it's the trout fishing on them rivers is new to you, fish with small salmos, that sort of thing. Put a light wire trace on, and if you catch 100 trout and no pike, then you're happy to go without fluorocarbon. Let's sort of go without wire, but just go light. But the trout of that, if you're pulling little cranks and things past the noses, they're chasing it. They're not looking if it's got wire and stuff. They're just sort of reacting. So you don't give them time to look at it and go, oh, what's that? You're not fishing. If you're fishing with cranks and stuff, you're not fishing on bottom. You're not just leaving your lure sinked at bottom and then this bit of wires hanging off top of it. You're just whizzing it past the noses, and they come charging after it, and they just nip at it, they grab it, they bite at it, and they either hook up or they don't. So they don't have a chance to look for wire. So you'll be fine. But yeah, just give it a few. You'll know in no time if there's any pike in there, because on a little salmo like that, I've caught pike on that low. It's tiny. So if pike are in there, you catch them. So, but yeah, if not, you'll be fine. So we used to use wire all the time, and one of the main reasons I switched from wire to fluoro wasn't because of trout being scared of fluoro, trout being scared of wire. It was because when I used to bank fish rather than wade, and then when you're bank fishing, you sometimes above trees when you're trying to cast under him and all this, and you got tangled up in trees. And when your wire gets wrapped around a tree branch and you pull it, the wire digs in and it cuts into the tree branch, and then you basically snap. Whereas with fluorocarbon, a little bit, you could get some 12 or 15 pound fluorocarbon, a thicker diameter, and it naturally doesn't dig in as much when you pull, and you could basically, instead of it digging into a tree branch and bark, you could flick it back off, and it gives you a chance of not losing as many fish. So that's why I switched to fluoro. But like I say, I use fluoro these days just because I have done. But yeah, just give it some time and you'll soon find out what's in your water.
So it's a little bit lighter for these small lures as well, and it don't.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Don't affect them as much as wide. But if you use
exactly.
like that, 12 pound titanium, it's really thin anyway. There's no to it. If you are with, just go with light titanium and give it a go.
Yeah. Yeah. So going back to the fluoro, Matt Kelly, he just mentions about he uses a 1.2 millimeter darts fluoro and never had a bite off. So again, 1.2, same diameter as out, different brand, but same diameter. Never had a bite off, and it says there, Svartsonka says that he's bitten off on lighter stuff, but on the heavy stuff, you don't get bitten off. So if you're going to do it, go on with heavy stuff.
Carl's going to melt his creatures down. I won't do that, mate. I'd really give him a go.
No.
It's just because
we're rough ass northerners. We just cast it out and drag it in them, and that's it. Yeah. If he just sniffs this plastic.
I love to smell them.
If we don't catch, we just blame Eastern Europeans and stuff, don't we? So it's easy that way.
Like in your boat videos, another Nodfoot boat video.
Phil's been doing his own boat up. Him and his lads have been doing their own boat. So Phil actually bought a boat off me. Remember my last boat, Neil?
Yeah.
That's who bought mine, but he's bought his own another boat again, and he's been doing a cracking job on it. So he's ready to go and get out and take his lads out. I'm looking forward to see how they get on though. I'm sure they'll catch some fish. But it's been good watching their progress on Facebook and that, and following. It's been not only do we go fishing, but the next baiting trailer up on boat, and it's good stuff. There's more to fishing and boats, especially boats. There's more to it than just going fishing. It's a bit of an hobby. Keeps you busy. There's always something else to buy. Bring out another 1,000 and all that game. But yeah, there's always something to do. It's good stuff.
It's a bit of an adventure in itself, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is. Like their boats are a little bit bigger, a little bit more room to add some luxuries. You can get out and take a picnic and take family out and stay safe and all that with gear. But have a picnic, have an adventure. It's good stuff. It's not just all like we see on Canal Gratis and whatever. It's all going out, smashing it big star with jerk baits and big softies and catching millions of pike. It's about going out and having fun, and especially now. I mean, now we've just been on lockdown for God knows how long, and I know we all want to catch fish, but got to be appreciating getting out and enjoying these mornings and sunrises and misty mornings and sunsets and all this lot, and just being out again. That would me. I'll just be glad to get out again, not just catching fish. I'm just glad to fish is just a bonus.
Just nice to start, even if we just get out and take a boat.
Yeah. So Neil's a bit of a Shimano fan. Have you got this one, Neil?
No, I ain't got that.
So
I think
201s.
Well,
so 201s are on the smallest size of the reels. So don't be getting it and sticking on like 80-pound braid or 100-pound braid and fishing your super large jerk baits and crankbaits and stuff, because it is a lighter reel. But sticking, say, 50, I've got a Shimano Curado 201, so same size, and I've put like 50-pound braid on it, and it's perfect size for that. And fishing smaller lures, not going massive. But now I'm not an expert on Shimanos, but I think that reels is the cheaper than the Curado.
Yeah, it's the one below Curado that I think.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot in it.
No,
but,
I don't.
Shimano's the decent quality anyway. But your 201, I've got a few 201s. Something stupid like 5 or something, and they're all set up. Mostly like Paul says, sort of 50-pound down on the sort of braid wise, casting lures up to maybe a couple of ounce. So what's that? 60 gram or whatever. 50
gram, 50, 60 gram. That's right. Yeah.
That kind of weight range. I've got one 201 that's a bit bigger. It's a Japanese model and it's really bulky. And I've got 65 on that, and I use that for light jerk baiting and frog fishing and stuff like that. That's a nice reel, that. But my jig fly rod, that's got a 201 Curado on it as well, and that's got 40 pound weight on. So
so think about what lures you've got. So have a look at your lure collection, and if you've got like I think like a 13 centimetre Savage Gear lip low, or you've got what size of it now? A 13 centimetre Salmo slider and a 30 centimetre real eel. They're not massive, those ones. That kind of thing, up to like 50 grams, 60 gram. Then that's the kind of bait caster you want for it. You don't, but if you've got bigger lows, the 20 centimetre cranks and jerk baits that are weighing more like 80, 90, 100 grams, then it's a bit too much for it. So just have a look at what you've got.
Top from heavier stuff. Previously, I used the 301 Corrado, and then now I've got that 401 Tranks. So you can do extra cranking pole really for big stuff.
Yeah.
Wrong shad. There you go. I've never done that, but I've often thought about that. If there were a sponge section or something low that you could. I mean, it's a bit of a faff like, but
yeah, you can get various scents and stuff from carrier oils and stuff you can put on. But I can never bothered to do that, kind of carrying a gunky, leaking bottle of something on me. But yeah, why not? If it smells of it, it's that natural, that first reaction that they're gonna get a little taste, especially if you're slowly working lows as well.
Yeah.
If you're on bottom and they've got a bit of smell to them, it's got to entice them, surely. That small lows back to your creature baits.
Creatures,
you know what I mean? Exactly. So don't mail them yet. Don't mail them creature baits.
Put some lamprey on them first.
Yeah, exactly. But if you want your bag to stink of lamprey, that's up to you. But why not?
James is just asking why is that? It's just extra attractant, Pike sensors, they've got sight, they've got the lateral line for vibration and movement, but they've also got really good sense of smell.
Yeah.
So it's tapping into all sensors. When I did a lot of dead bait fishing, I often used to inject my baits with oils, just to make them have a bit more.
Going.
I've only got dregs left.
Yes, proper prepared today, me. Cheers, Cassie.
I've still got my Corona there. That's my update for Corona there. Still going strong.
Go on then, let's tell them the story. So that's my Corona there. Look at me, all silky smooth and that, you know what I mean? All trimmed and that. Me being youngin', I'd seen. Is that right?
Yeah, I know it. But anyway.
So if you notice, Neil's shown quite a few lows in this video so far because he's been spending a little bit of money on lows, right? Whereas I've not spent any money on lows, and I've bought myself a set of air trimmers.
I have ordered a set of air trimmers now, actually.
Neil's a bit tight, so he's got.
No, I went to Asda and they were out of stock. They were 30 quid. So I couldn't get them because they were out of stock. And then I went to Asda next time and they did have them in stock, but they were 45 quid. At which point I refused to be bought, so I didn't buy them. So I ordered a set off Amazon that are out of stock. I'm waiting for stock to come in, and they were 20 quid. So I've won. I'm the winner. There you go. Not going to block me.
No, you can buy another load.
What else we got?
Well, Steve, yes, it is. But I need to dig it out. It's currently in my storage. I need to dig it out and make sure everything's in one piece and working and that. But I must have, I'm not a salesman here trying to sell it, but I must have a dozen people have said, can I have first dibs on your porta boat? So I'm now kind of in a bit of what do I do? But it will be going for sale soon. As we come out of lockdown, it's easier for people to come and collect it. That's the hard part. So I'll dig it out and I'll put it up for sale. And I'm probably just going to have to go, do you know what? I don't know. I don't want to put it. I want somebody to get a fair price for it. I don't want to I could put it on eBay, for example, and tell everybody and get loads of bids on it and see if we could get as much as possible. But I'm just going to come up as a fair price for what I'm going to chat to Neil. Actually, Neil's got a porta boat as well. That's why I'm selling mine, because we've got two between us. So I'm going to sell mine, see what Neil thinks. We'll come up with a good price, and I'll put it up and basically kind of first come, first serves. I wish I got more porta boats to sell lads, because I know there's a few wanting them, but I just can't. Yeah, I've only got one, and yeah, I won't hold you all to ransom, but I'll get what it's worth, and yeah, it's a good boat. Good boat, having some good fishing on it. It's just that we've got two porta boats. I've got my Harley boat, and it's just daft, haven't it? So I like to say, I need to just get rid of just that. They're not doing anything.
Mine's a bit smaller and easier to
Yeah.
store in it. We don't use it very often, and either way, do we? We tend to go out on alley.
Yeah.
But
It gives us options, though, doesn't it? Yeah, it gives us options, so we need to hang on to one.
I've got mine's just actually it's strapped to my garage roof, so it's well out of the way. I need to get my engines out and give them a quick bit of a clean and run them. We were talking about I might do a video on that, just go through starting up process and that and things like that. If people are interested in that kind of stuff,
that's why
the service, don't we?
Yeah, that's why my porter boat's not for sale, because it'll come with an engine. Like I said, I've got a little engine. I think is it 2.5 horsepower or something? It flies on when there's only one of you. It's pretty good when there's only one of you on. So, but yeah, I need to make sure that works okay. I've not used it for a while, so I need to give that a run out and everything.
Yeah.
So I'd hate to sell something that, panicking that it's not working, or somebody coming back saying, "Oh, this is broke," or "That don't work." So make sure it's all right and it'll be up for sale. But yeah, kind of a first come first served, which is a bit. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I've got loads of people who. Yeah.
With upgrades and that, we've got a few other bits, haven't we, that we might better, or you might better make a decent package up for somebody, a good little starter package up. We've got like a fish finder, an extra fish finder that we might better packaging with and stuff. So it's just sort of working it all out in it when we've obviously you've upgraded your fish finder to a fancy one. So I'm going to get Paul's fish finder. He's getting his cast offs, and then that my fish finder will probably go with porter boat. To be fair, if we can get it into a nice package and a good little start set for somebody, then, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's whether it's what people like, innit? Like I say, the porter. I know some people have gone, "Oh, that's a bit of a faff, that porter boat," but it takes you half an hour to put it up, and it's no major. Half an hour before and after, and
once you get used to it, used to putting it up, it's
easy enough.
It is. If there's two here as well, and you fish with somebody regular and they know what they're doing. Once you both get out that, right, I'll go do that, you go do that.
Yeah, exactly.
A rhythm, and it doesn't take long at all.
The thing with porter boats as well is this, in this country, you think of how many little lakes we've got, that's little reservoirs. Most of them you can't put a boat on. They've either got boats on that you've got to hire, or you can't go on them at all. Rivers have hardly got any launches on them, so you've got to go up to lakes or Scotland, and they're all a mile away. Not a mile away, miles away.
Yeah,
so it's a trek. So there's not loads of places, but all those kind of things. With porter boat, you can fish a river, you can go up to lakes and Scotland, and you can go, chuck it on and off you go, and you can go fish these places and park up beside the road. And of course you have, but park up beside the road and chuck it in, and away you go.
They're not as stable as a big alley boat, and especially standing up and casting in them. You've just got to be sensible, and you won't go out into Windermere, into the middle of Windermere on one. But
same with my boat. You want on my alley? You want on my alley? I won't do it.
But you could fish boat, is it? You could fish it in shore out bays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's about being sensible, but that's same for any boat, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is, yeah. I won't take my boat up to lakes or Scotland unless I'd checked weather and gone, it looks favourable and there's not going to be big strong winds and big waves. If there's big waves and I'm on that with a little 5 horsepower engine and it's not a deep boat, then waves are going to come crashing over the top, and I'm a goner. So, like I say, you've just got to be sensible what boat you get. So go back to Phil, who's back up there with his boat. He's got a slightly bigger boat that's more suited to that kind of thing, because he will take it on sea, he will take it on lakes. So, like I say, you've got to get what suits. So I fish where I don't really need to have a fast boat or a big boat. So but if you're going to be on, so you just got to get a boat that suits. Oh, what else we can look at in the little collection? What else you bought, Neil?
Hang on, I need to put light on. I'm in dark here.
What have I got?
What we got? Got PM lows. One of Mark's. There's one of Mark's. I do love a tailbait.
Oh, that's a bit too nice, that one.
Yeah. You see that? That's it. I do love a tailbait. You get a spare tail. Nice, what a bargain. Yeah, so yeah, he's giving me a green one as well. But that's nice. And I just wanted something different. I've not got all that kind of colour. So I just wanted something different. That's why I went for black. He had some really, really nice brown trout patterns, but I've got a few brown trout lows, and I ain't got all like that. It just looks like no else I've got. So
yeah, it's a new pattern. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm partial to it, Anna.
Yeah, mate. I know. I've got a few tailbaits, and I noticed the other day I've actually not getting in my bag, so I managed to find one. So you've got a tailbait. I'll raise you my tailbait. So these are guys who are in the know. Wolf Creek, boom. paying loads of good, by the way.
Yeah, and they don't charge you an arm and a leg.
Yeah, Wolf. If you want to buy a Wolf Creek and just look at it, that's what I've got. One to look at. I've actually only used it a couple of times. But never caught a fish that.
And then twist wire around from hook.
Yeah, so it's a shallow one, so I must have been fishing somewhere where I needed it deeper. But I'll take that back off and fish it shallow. I'm going to catch a pike on that in summer. Bought from Soda's shop in Sweden about 2 or 3 years ago, and I've still not caught on it. So it just shows you buy lures sometimes and never use them. And I was in my draw over there, and I'm like, I ain't got a tailbait. And then I spotted this. I'm like, why is that just sat in my bag, in my drawer?
Did you not take it back to Sweden with you?
No, I don't think I did. Can't remember. How did I not use it when I took it?
Schoolboy.
It's got rusty hooks. It's got rusty hooks. So it must have been in Sweden.
Yeah, in Sweden. I did well on that tailbait in Sweden. You know, on that that Zonka one. Did really well on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else we got down there outside?
You be buying any more of those?
Me? I've got a few perch lures and trout lures, and I've done most of my trout lures. I've got these.
Don't be keeping them all to yourself. You see, because Neil's going to keep them all to himself. And then first time we go fishing, he'll go, "Oh, look at this new lure I've got," and he'll start catching on it, and he'll be like out catching what I've got, and I won't have that lure.
I'm as lip on that.
I know.
I got a load of salmon. Oh, what it was selling salmons off. Were it Low World? Were it Low World who shut down?
Yeah, I don't know. You didn't tell me about it.
I'm sure I must have. But they were selling salmons off, and these were pretty cheap. And I got a few hornets and stuff for me my trout box, and I got these for my perch. And these are hornets. These are deep diving hornets. Got a couple of them, mate. You're all right. Don't panic.
Yeah, mate. It's fine. Yeah.
We all share. And
then I've got wire tracers that you haven't had yet.
Yeah, I know. And then I've got this stow wrap, and I've never had one of them. And Paul will vouch. Yeah. Paul will vouch for this bomber that I use when we go trolling on river.
Yeah.
I keep going the wrong way. I keep pushing it further that way.
I know.
Anyway, and they call that colour bait fish. And it gets hammered, doesn't it? So when I spot one on a popular internet auction site, I'm having that. It's just
like that.
It's just a great colour. So I thought I'm having that one. That'll get down. It's got a nice trolling lip on it.
Not got any? Ain't got anything like that.
Got another shad wrap. That's a nice one. A goldfish. Lovely colour.
Will you use all these?
No. I've got a load of shad wraps still in boxes from when I went to America. They're dirt cheap in Walmart, by the way. If you go to America, you can get shad wraps for like next to nothing. So
yeah, because we're going to be going to America that way next fortnight.
Yeah, if you're nipping over, it's worth a flight over. If you want some cheap shad wraps, go to America. Go to Walmart. I messed up because they had Corrados in as well. But if I'd have ordered one when I first got to America, I could have got a Corrado for about £100. So, but anyway, not to worry.
Missed that. So, is anybody else going fishing tomorrow then? What are you all going to be targeting tomorrow? Perch on canals, I would imagine, for most people. Few people get on trout.
I'll probably be a couple of weeks before we eat trout, I think. Maybe a week or so.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of ideas for us.
Back to a wire one again. Ryan, have a look at that, what I've got on my shop. The Kahira wire. Kahira knitting all wire. Look on River Piker shop. Some wire on there. It's titanium wire, single strand. There is some multi-strand on there, but I just been using a single strand, and you can get it in 40, 66, so it's close to what you want to use. But yeah, just depends what size lures you're using or what size braid. But you can go up to some £100 as well if you need that, or lighter. But yeah, have a look at that. It's easy to tie it. It's easy to make your own trace up if you're making traces. We did cover it earlier on in video, but yeah, so just have a look at that, mate. It's good stuff. Give it a go. Neil, are you talking to me? Are you like whispering to me?
I've just been interrupted. Anyway.
I can just mute you if you want to talk to him. Done? No?
She's gone now. I've nicked a laptop on her.
Yeah, why not, mate? We finally can get out, put some orders in. I'm working. I'm currently not putting any orders in because I'm rather than working an 8-hour day, I'm only working 6. So I think if I put an order in, I'm kind of wasting a bit of time. So I'm waiting till we're back to working 8 hours again, and then I'll put my orders in. But yeah, get some days off, mate. It's the lockdown's a bit crap, innit? You're stuck in house, you can't do anything. So first chance to get out, why not? Get some fishing in, get some fish caught, get some pike caught.
I've blagged a couple of days, so I'll probably do a bit of something Thursday, Friday, but it'll probably just be short sessions. I mean, that's a good point. Our tackle shop's open.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen things where some are doing like you can open where you can one at a time and all that kind of stuff, but you just have to give your local one a ring. And I know some of them aren't the best for being on the internet and keeping you updated. So have a ride through or look, but it's not easy, is it? I won't say it's not easy. Luckily, low fishing, if you've been at it a while, you kind of collect most stuff and you've got a bit of most of what you need, so you don't need to keep going to tackle shop. But for those guys that need to go, it's like anybody who's going maggot bashing or whatever, or you ain't got no gear, it's not easy, is it? But everyone's different. Some will be open and some won't. But and a couple of local ones to me I've seen that have popped up. You can come and get maggots and stuff, and you can come and get like I say, one person at a time. So
another one trying Burtox as well, mate.
Yeah,
I want to get out with no Burtox stuff.
Yeah, mate. Good luck. Good luck with mate. Yeah, good lows. Nice lows.
Yeah. I mean,
like I said before, cheers for buying. But go on.
I was just going to say that there was a guy on River Pikers page on Facebook. He was selling 2 cobs one the other day for 60 quid.
Yeah.
And big money in it, and that's fine. They do, they're brilliant lows, but it's a lot of money for lows.
I got first refusal on them, by the way.
Not sure you did.
I did, because he asked me if I can sell them on my page, and I went, yeah, all right, mate. I said, what you got first?
Yeah, he asked me as well, and it depends when.
It's because I said to him, I said, I ain't buying them, but go see Neil, he's daft, he'll buy them off you for 30 quid.
They're what big ones as well.
Yeah, they're nice.
Nice, to be fair.
Yeah, like I said, they're worth it because you can't get them, and people are worth paying. They're worth paying that because you can't get that low. But if you're just starting out, you don't need to go buy a cobs that's because you can buy a Burtox that does it or whatever. And, there's other lows as well. Yeah.
When you're starting as well, there's it's like all else. There's a fair chance that you're going to cast one into a tree, or you're going to get an overrun and snap off, or something like that. And last thing I've done it. Last thing you want to see is a cobs flying away into the distance. And like I say, I've done it, and it's not a good feeling when you've paid 30 quid for a load and then it disappears. So especially when you're starting out and stuff, just
exactly.
Buy something cheap and cheerful and get all your mistakes out of the way. Yeah.
I think that's the Burtox are a reasonable price, 18, 22 quid, that sort of range. So that's what you pay for a jerk bait, especially a custom made, handmade wooden one, painted up nice. That's kind of price that you're going to pay for them. So, but there's not many people sell them cheaper than that. You might drop in a second hand one for 15 quid or something somewhere now and again, but not many. So they're good low.
Even your busters are 15, 20 quid, aren't they?
Yeah, mate.
You can get them second hand for a bit cheaper, but
So I ain't got my trout low box for me at the minute. It's in garage. But anything that sort of size, this sort of size. These are on my shop, Udgers. But if I'm going to say a favourite, it's not something I sell. The Salmo Hornet. It's a great trout lure. Probably not in that colour. I'd probably get like a trouty coloured. Sometimes a bright one's good for getting their attention, but a trout coloured one, rainbow trout, brown trout coloured, Salmo Hornet. I'd guess that's about a 3 or a 4 centimetre, probably. Smaller ones to catch more fish, bigger ones to try and attract a bigger fish. Salmo Hornets are great. They've got a big lip on them, so they do dig in a bit. They will bang bottom if it's on the shallow water, but they also get down quick, and you can get floating versions and sinking versions. Salmo do a few other versions of low, but that sort of thing. I've got quite a lot of trout lures in my shop actually. I've got I've got ugly ducklings. They're another, one of the first trout lures I used to use were an ugly duckling. I've got some of those back in stock. Got a few little cranks, some little customs tucko and whatever. They all work. It all works. But salmos. I have about £5.49 or something for the salmos. Usually that sort of price. Some lures are a bit cheaper on mine, but it'll work. But I use salmos. I love salmos. I use other stuff just for a bit of a change and just to mix it up. But if you're just gonna, for ease of getting them, you can buy salmos in both shops. Get a little salmo on it. They do have little bugs and stuff. They all work.
I'm not a fan of salmos normally, but for trout fishing,
right, cheers for that.
I don't like them.
Why don't you?
I'm just saying, but
that's it. That's exactly.
Tiny little on it. I've got my trout box here, by the way. But my favourite, watch that. If you did watch that trout lure video that I did, is my absolute favourite is that one. That stubbed it in my finger as well, and that's a Spro Super Trout, tiny little Spro.
Yep. When you see on that, a lot smaller lip on it, so it's not going to dig in as much as the on it. So so different sort of things. It
says 0.6 meters on there, so what's that? Whatever, 2 foot.
It's a bit more than 0.5.
Yeah, but yeah, I do like that lure. Again, going back to video, I do like to fish plastic, so I've got a lot of small. Go the wrong way again. Tiny little copy toad and stuff like that. But yeah, I do like the salmos for trout fishing. I like the yogis and stuff like that as well. You know, you like the yogis as well, Paul.
No, gone off them. Gone off them, mate.
Are you going to say that?
I've totally gone off yogis. Awful low.
And then
awful low.
Or customs. Oh well, I mean,
have I told that story about yogis on here before?
Which one?
The yogi story.
Yeah,
have I told it on here?
Yeah.
Have I? Did I sound bitter?
Oh, did you? I can't remember. If you did.
Yeah, let's just tell it anyway. So, not that I'm ever trying to be like Mr. Rich with my tackle shop. So I was using the yogis. So then I got in touch with the guy who makes the yogis and started to sell some of the yogis. And then a big tackle shop who were selling yogis basically got Monk on and told this other tackle shop not to sell to me, basically. So I don't use yogis anymore. The shit. Worst lure ever. I just think that's pretty shit, basically, just because somebody who wants to be rich. You know, how many tackle shops are selling Savage Gear lures here, there, and everywhere? How many selling Gator gums here, there, and everywhere? Whatever, And just because a little guy wants to sell some, and I'm selling a few of his lures, Yeah. So big boys not liking it when little boys are coming on scene, but yeah. So what? There's plenty of others. I'll find another little jointed. That you'll see on my shop, little tucko, little jointed lure. Use that instead, because big boys think they're clever sometimes, and don't like it when they're losing money. So anyway, that's why I'm a little bit bitter.
You didn't sound bitter then at all.
No, mate, no. I tell you what, I have some right stories about. Neil hears me many a time about having a little bit of a whinge, but I try to keep whinges off of YouTube and Facebook and stuff, because we're all about having a laugh and catching a few fish and just going fishing. But I have some right whinges to have about people and stuff that I've come across in fishing tackle industry, but it's for a video another day, I suppose. But for now, we're enjoying fishing. We're out tomorrow.
Just after that
No bitterness.
Yeah, so I'd love to be at a fishing flight.
Yeah, Phil. Right, what have I got? Gator gums. Well, no major favourite. So they're naturally looking ones. Gold Digger, Trusty. So I'll use those ones. But they're brand new, so I've not caught a fish. So tangled up again. Irish UV. So if it's low light, use that. It just stands out a bit better in my tangled rig. So I'll have an option also of something bright like that, or something natural. But I'd probably say my favourite at the minute has been my big bad blue one, just something different.
Yeah. You were determined to catch
nice
a big fish on that, weren't you?
Yeah, mate, I was determined to catch a big fish and I got one on it, so I was happy. So, yeah. But I've never really got a favourite. Like I say, I'll use that. And then before that blue, I had one of the really old ones. I mean, look, that's manky as hell. It's chewed up to chuff. You know, another light blue coloured one. It's just, I chop and change. I ain't really got a favourite. Like I say, something natural and something bright. Fire tiger, but I've run out of fire tigers. I've got no more. I keep going to buy some off from Gator. I'll get some sent from Gator, but fire tiger's always a good colour. Again, just because it's bright, it stands out well. But I always just have one bright and one natural, and that's me happy. I'm not bothered if it's which one it is, to be honest.
I like the old parrot colour, didn't I?
Yeah, that was a great colour.
Yeah.
I haven't even started yet. Like, I haven't even started. I'm not gonna, because it's fishing tomorrow.
So everything's good in the world, isn't it? Because we're back fishing.
Yeah, exactly. There's no more assholes anywhere in the world. Got my boat, got my fishing rod.
Yeah, it's all tight in our boat.
Yeah, mate, it is. No, mate, I've not. I shall have a look at them. In fact, if I Google right quick, I'll just spell it.
S-I-E-K.
S-I-E-K. S-I-E-K. Lures. Nobody Google these because I want to have a look at myself before you lot buy them.
You can share that.
No, can I?
At the bottom, if you click share screen, you can click on that. Just
where?
It's at share screen, but just watch what you're sharing because I don't know.
I'm just thinking, what am I on here? Share screen. Share screen.
It should give you option to choose.
Stick with me. Firefox. Allow. Does this work?
Yeah.
Somebody shout to me. Has that worked?
It's just showing your browser.
Oh, it's not showing my screen, is it? So where's... I'm on it. I love technology.
I can see your mouse moving.
Well, that's no good, is it? Well, how does that work?
Evening to Danny.
Then how do I get it off?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, what's happened here?
Oh, that's all right, that.
What happened there? Shall I try one more time? Share screen. Share screen, yeah. Share screen. Firefox. Oh, entire screen.
So it won't technology it with you?
Yeah. I was showing the actual box version. Does that work?
Yeah.
Is that showing you that? Right, I can't look at it, but yeah. So there it is. Yeah, they look nice. There you go, there, bang on, that's what you want.
It says it's showing your history on the left-hand side.
Show me what?
Your bookmarks. Get them off, it might have all his slots on.
There was no weird on there, I can get rid of get rid of that just in case. Yeah, they look nice, mate. I'll have a look at them, they're nice.
They look tidy, don't they?
Yeah, mate, these look bang on. That's the thing, like I say, it's different countries, like you say, Eastern European countries have been into trout fishing. My internet's slow, by the way. Into trout fishing so much, and, you know, there's a bit of all sorts, so you shop around and get all sorts. They're dead right.
Yeah, they'll do a job.
Yeah, nice little crank. Yeah. Neil will have loads of them next week. Ignore my Facebook. Oh, what just best? Ignore my Facebook.
There's all sorts coming out.
I've got all sorts of messages. Right, click, remove. Thank you. That's risky. Browser history, delete. Evening, Danny. I didn't see you come on, mate. It's scary, mate. No, honestly, I don't watch. I can't be arsed looking at any of that anymore. Them days are gone. 2 girls, 1 cup, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The dark web and all that. I'm bored of it. Fishing's where it's at. searching for cranks, little trout baits. I have no idea. Yeah, clue of they're just.
I don't
I'm
know.
happy we can go fishing.
Yeah.
I'm happy we can go fishing. That's main thing.
We've tried to stay away from all that political stuff.
Yeah, I have, mate.
On
Yeah.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
We've
Put
tried
TV on in the morning and what they call it, penis Morgans going on at somebody about something.
Yeah.
And it might be right sometimes, but are you like, oh God, here we go again? I know it's a big thing, you know. Don't get me wrong, it's been a bit of a serious thing on that. I'm like I said, I've stuck to every rule that I can. Working, me and Neil both working all the time, all the way through it, having to, you know, stick to all the rules and stuff. And then, like I say, you stick to all the rules, and then you go to the supermarket and there's people everywhere, and then I can't go fishing. I mean, we both of us fish, apart from when we fish together. Me and Neil fish on his own, away from everywhere. So we don't see nothing. We're like I said, why can't I go fishing? I even saw, you've probably seen it yourself. Some guy, we're in Ireland, but some guy, you know, fishing with his daughter in bivvy, and police guard a roll up and arrest him for breaking coronavirus rules, and he's like, I'm fishing with my daughter in the middle of nowhere. You know, it's like, yeah.
That's it. Done his lip touch paper, and now he's walking out. That's it. I'll get out of it now.
No, Danny could have been here earlier when I was in having a rant as well. Everybody left room then. Everybody went. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just go fishing, like I say. Do what we can. Stick to rules. I won't be going too far away. I'll just try and stay local, but I'll also try and think of somewhere I'm not going to be bumping into everybody every 2 minutes. One, because I'm antisocial. You know, you bump into people and we're talking. But like, you know, we can go fish canals again. But, you know, some of the canals that I fish, the towpath is as wide as, you know, one person. So you can't really fish there because you didn't wear people walking and jogging and taking the dog for a walk and stuff. So, what can I say?
I think that's the main thing that concerns me. Canals that are around my way get quite busy, and I've been running sort of all the way through and walking dog and what have you, and there's just people everywhere at the minute. So I'll probably go early. I'll probably go early and do, you know, out for 6, up for, you know, do 3 hours fishing and back home for 9 or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, Danny's a bit different. I know Danny fishes a lot of like little lakes and stuff. So, like, say where he is, he's like, why can't he fish where he is? Why can't he camp out all night? Why can't he do his, you know, the fishing that he does, fishing for, you know, tench and bream and carp and all this lot? Why can't I go fishing and do that? Because he's not in any of his way. I am. If I go fishing some of the places I fish, there's people walking by and cycling past every 2 minutes. So, you know, I won't fish those. I'll try and fish somewhere else. Neil's your old school man.
Am I?
Yeah, you've probably got all sorts of old school stuff. Old school. So, well,
did you see on that perch lure video I did? I found one right at the bottom of my box, and it was an Abu low. One of the first lures I ever bought. Like, I remember buying that when I was a kid.
We all used to have Abu lows when we were kids for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
the only lure you could buy.
Pretty much all you could buy. That and Big S one. Big S are good. I find a Big S every now and then.
I was just going to say, one of the first ones again, Abu low, but Big S. That's everybody had that when we were kids. That's all we used. What Big S? Yeah. Oh, it's just a crank, innit? It just wiggles and the way it went and caught fish.
I've got like a very old jointed lure that I actually found in a tree. I found it in a tree on River Swale when I was like 15 or something. I've still got it somewhere knocking about. And then I can remember taking it home and changing hooks and messing about with it, and then eventually catching a fish on it somewhere else. So still got it knocking about somewhere. Yeah. But I used to like some old Fox stuff, you know, like when they were doing like Mega Mouth and stuff like that. But I think I sold them all when they were going for stupid money.
Yeah.
But I do like the Fox Deviants and the Fox Replicants. Are not replicants that have been relaunched since, but I do like the big Deviants and stuff like that. What else? Don't know.
Yeah, I've not really hung on to many old lures. I kind of not hung on to anything like for nostalgia or because it were like a classic. I've just kind of moved on and like I say, all my big S's. I remember years ago selling all my lure fishing gear and just buying new stuff because I was like, oh, whatever. I've not really got any old stuff anymore. But
No.
I just used to use all the same sort of stuff. Like I said, big S. I can use it all the time, big S.
Yeah.
Because it were a floater as well, and it dug in a bit and then floated back to the top again. We used to use, like I say, surface lures, poppers and stuff. But like I say, Aberwilo, I had quite a few of them, and most of them I found in trees myself.
Yeah, you do. We used to find them all over.
Because when I was a kid, everybody used to use like, I don't know, £10 line and snap off, and I used to have like £50 sea fishing line. And you used to just go around just catching everybody's lures. I spent more time getting lures back at a right collection. Yeah. But like I said, these days I haven't really got them because I've changed as well. I have changed our fish, and so I've just moved on and sold them and I'll give them away and stuff. So most of my stuff is newer, nothing fancy, but newer stuff. But yeah, big S, high low, Aberwilo, yeah.
But I mean, I like fishing with spoons. I probably don't do it enough, to be fair. But as a change bait, I'll often have a spoon in me, especially if I'm fishing with like not really big, but like medium-sized pike lures, 2 ounce, that kind of range. And I've got a few pike spoons that I'll just chuck one of them on and have a mess about with one of them.
Yeah. Just bear with me, I'm just looking. I just got a bit excited now. I can share things, can't I? What else could I share? Have I got anything?
Share that.
Have I got anything? Yeah. What's not used yet? Where have we gone? Bear with me, random. I've got that much stuff. Oh no. Oh, I ain't got GoPro a bit with it. Oh, wait. Oh no, I have. See if I can share this and stick with me. This is technology and me. We don't always work together. So, share screen. See if I can get some fishing in it in my video. Remember this selection. Yeah, get ready. We're on. Get ready for this. Pike fishing. This is from a few years ago, this one. Never used this footage. Is anything showing?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's loading.
Yeah, you ready?
There
yes.
You go.
This is pike fishing. Have I cast out already? I can't remember. It's only a short clip. This is how when you panic. I can't remember when it takes, but so fishing a big XL grub, the big eel type lures. Fishing a big XL grub, I think in a bright colour as well. That's probably next cast, I think. This is how I started fishing. You see it there, just coming in. This is how I started fishing with a GoPro on, and you'll say but get ready for this. This is when you like your ass falls out, and you love lure fishing when they take like this. I'm not sure how close it comes in, but
bit of extra water in there.
Yeah, mate, a little bit. Yeah, you can tell, can't you? Bit clear as well. Look at it.
Yeah.
Panic. My net's too small. So sometimes pike are just not the best scrappers because, like I said, that one thrashes around close in, and you like. But it's more of a buzz in it that they come in and take. And I think that one I think this one's 18. I think.
Yeah.
17 or 18. I can't remember. Oh, I said 18. Top corner 18. XL grub. Yeah. GoPro don't really do your things justice. You can see how much it's inhaled it. And they're just ace fun when they come in and take them.
I always on them old GoPro videos that you used to do. I always used to watch watch rod tip. Rather than watching water and that. And it was always good to see rod tip, and you could see it line jigging.
Yeah, mate.
Then it just pulls around and tightens up. It's good.
So, I mean, like I say, I never actually used this clip in a video. Where's it gone? Just because sometimes you get it wrong, look at filming there. You can see my ass, that's about it. But yeah, where's my button gone? Remove that. Back to that. And like I said, that's how my GoPro fishing started. And, that clip I never used in the video just because it probably wasn't the best fishing footage because an awesome take. It was a nice fish. You could easily go, oh, look at me, I'm awesome. I've caught an 18-pound pike, but it took it close in. It wasn't really the most epic scrap ever. The video footage I got were like, yeah, it's beyond the fish. So, but yeah, it's great. That's why I do fishing. GoPro's on all the time. Well, not all the time, but a lot of time. And sometimes you capture stuff and panic stations, nice fish. Went to release it, filmed my ass. I enjoyed it. Pity I couldn't share everything with everybody else. Like I say, that's what YouTube's about. But I enjoyed it, and that's the main thing. Sometimes I enjoy it. So
that's like I think we said before. We didn't do much filming back end of season, did we?
No.
It was just fishing. We were just, we were out and we didn't get loads of opportunities to fish. It would have bad end to season and pretty much been dry ever since the season finished on it. But that's sod's law.
Yeah.
But even when we went Sweden, we didn't do a lot of footage, did we?
No, exactly. I mean, so I'll do another one, another fishing footage.
Oh, you got into it now, haven't you?
I figured it out now. Or whatever, just clicked. Where's my thing gone? Well, I'm learning. Share screen. Which one? GoPro footage. Again, I'm only showing you a little bit of this, by the way, because it gives too much away. But like you say, sometimes fishing, chunky perch like that you get on a spinner, nothing fancy. River fishing, fat chunky perch. I mean, look at it, it's a barrel. And I had quite a few that day. Neil came and fished with me a little bit after and caught a few.
Yeah.
But put it in there. I never even took any photographs of these. Just kind of skip through. Where's it gone? Skip through and release it. And like I say, fishing sometimes we don't always get that. Would remove that 1 second. That was me going fishing and catching some nice perch, and it looks like it was really easy because I was catching them on spinners, and I wasn't doing anything spectacular. What we were talking about earlier with creature baits, doing all fancy techniques. I was casting out a spinner and winding it in, and these 2-3 pound perch were just nailing it, and it was good fun. But I was like, I can't make a video out of that. It kind of looks boring, and it kind of looks like I'm trying to go look at me awesome catching loads of big perch. So I never used it. I've got some more of that footage. Never used it because, I suppose there's times I'd be crying out to have a bit of footage like that, but it's not always the best, is it? You don't always show it. You don't always. We try to help. I try to have a bit of a laugh, pass on a few tips, and not try to be a look at me, I'm Mr. Superstar, because we're not. Yeah, we're just like everybody else. We catch fish.
Just go fishing, don't we?
Yeah, it's good, yeah. But now I can do that. I can maybe plan another live video in future with a few more stuff on, and we can do some more stuff, yeah. Technology. Well, I forgot how to do it next time we come on, by the way.
You will. I can't even get on.
Same as I forgot how to do that kind of thing. Put a comment on. Yeah. So I reckon we've I think we've covered quite a bit again tonight. Anyway, a bit of a chat, passed a bit of time on. Hopefully everybody's ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you're not ready now for tomorrow, then you're never going to be, will you? Yeah, if you ain't got your gear sorted now, then there's something wrong with you. But yeah, good luck to anybody who's out tomorrow. Go, Neil.
You've got all my traces.
I know, mate.
Yeah, good luck to everybody.
Yeah,
I hope it's as good as we all want it to be. It's not often best time of year, this is it, but
no, but just enjoy it.
Yeah,
enjoy getting up, enjoy getting out, enjoy having a walk, and it's good to be out again. And like I say, we've got more videos to come still. We're on lockdown still a little bit. We've still got some lockdown videos to come. So next 2 days, every 2 days again, still coming. So I got Trevor looking me elbow. Next 2 days we've got every 2 days for next week or two we've still got some more videos coming. So keep watching them. Finish off my boat series. Next one's good on fish finders. That gives you a bit of an idea on fish finders. Anybody who's new to fish finders, it's not showing you how to use them, but it gives you a bit of an idea what to look for. And last one, some boat tips, and then Neil, a combination of me and Neil doing some other lures, having a look at a few other lures and some tips on those. And then that's for now. That's probably it. We might add something else. You never know. And yeah, get fishing, catch some fish. If you're not already on it, get on the River Bikers group on Facebook. Yeah. There's always plenty of people on there. There's loads on there. There's like thousands of people on there now. So get on there. post some pictures of what you're catching. That'd be good to see what you catch. I probably won't be out tomorrow. I don't think Neil is.
No.
But we'll be out. I'll be out one at mornings or weekend or something. I'm going to get out at some point, and it's just nice to go out fish somewhere and back on it. Don't have high expectations of going out and catching loads of fish. Just go out and any fish is a bonus, and enjoy it. Can't keep saying that enough. Enjoy it. We've not done any. We've got a little bit of freedom for once, so we have.
So it's just fishing. Thanks for joining us tonight, and let us know how you get on. That's the main thing. It's get on site and send us your pictures and share how you get on.
Yeah, and as usual, like I said, you know where we are. Or most of you know where we are. You can find us on Facebook or stuff, and come on, get on. Especially that River Pikers group. Go on there. It's not even just me or Neil. There's other people who can help. But if you're stuck with anything, if you're new to fishing, James were on earlier. He's new to low fishing, and a few other lads. If you're new to it, get on, ask a question. Most people are quite helpful, and if not, we'll boot them out anyway. But we're along. We'll help you. Send us a private message if you're a bit more shy. I'll get round to you eventually, and we'll help you. Point you in direction of gear that you might want to use and stuff. Plenty of helpful lads on the group. If you said, well, what rod do I want for certain thing, there's loads of people give you some good advice and that. So what reel and all that kind of stuff. We go through it over and over again. We never get tired of it. I know some people do, but that's what it's about. And take it out, catching, enjoying it, and and hopefully more videos to come. Should have some. I've got some good stuff to come in my head. Just making it happen in all the places, the hard part. So we had some awesome fishing to come from Sweden, and we haven't been to Sweden, so for obvious reasons. So sometimes it don't go to plan. So, but we'll try and do something. Try and catch some fish, and good luck to everyone.
Take it easy, guys.
Stay watching.
And catch you all next time.
See you later, dudes. I've still got some tea left.
I'm out. I'm gonna have to go make another.
So you should come prepared.
What, your little teapot?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a flask next time.
I've got some flask up. I could have them. Great.
Right.
See you after.
See you after. What have we got left? I missed out. End broadcast. That's that button.